Greetings and salutations, exiles. So what they did is they did a test live, and then they immediately come out with the next day they have a test live patch hotfix. And so I thought that was kind of interesting how one day later on a test live server um they were able to throw some of this stuff in there. Um, so here on the performance and stability, man, it's like there's a bunch of stuff on the performance and if stability. Further inventory optimization for list and decayed servers that would improve performance. Okay, group player approach NPC camps. So basically, I think it's the like I think the way that interpret this is when you're like come up on an NPC camp that's got chest and stuff. Really, what it sounds like the Mound of the Dead. Like this sounds like they're trying to optimize the Mound of the Dead is what this sounds like. Because whenever you run in the Mound of the Dead, you'll lag out and your frame rate will drop, and that sounds like what they've tried to fix here. Okay, fixed a crash regarding a particular and skinning system. I don't know what that is. Fixed the number of crashes that happen on a loading screen. Fixed a crash related to voice over IP, VoIP, voice over IP communication. For some reason, I haven't been able to get VoIP to work in this game after like that. In that first year, it worked pretty good, but it doesn't work anywhere close to what it does on Rust. Rust is voice over IP is amazing. In this game, I just can't get it to work right. You have to be standing right next to them to have a conversation. Other stability updates. That doesn't mean anything. I don't even know why they put that in there. Oh, fix a number of items, item duplication. I think this is how they're making all the bombs, to be honest. How they're able to just, like, hit you with 1,000 bombs, should take hundreds of hours of farming. I think they've figured out how to dupe to a certain extent, and this is how. I actually did a rant on this on a couple videos ago. Reduce the World Breaker armor penetration value. What's significant about this is they initially have the Annihilator, and the Annihilator is like one of those systems where I talked about the arrows. So they have those acid arrows, and they're really meant for PvP, but what they don't realize is they have a negative effect on the player base as far as base defense, because they'll shoot your thralls, burn their mask off, and then gas your thralls out, and then kill, can kill like 20 thralls with 10 gaseous orbs. And that's, it's my understanding that's not really what they were designed to do. They were designed for a player versus player conflict type of scenario where you're running around and shooting arrows at each other. Well, the Godbreaker armor is the same way. You can give the Annihilator and the Worldbreaker work the same way. You can give your Thrall uh, this Worldbreaker, and since it had 100 armor pen, even if you had the Godbreaker armor set, which is like 1,025 armor, that Worldbreaker two-handed mace would just go through and slaughter it like nothing. I literally have a video where somebody goes in there with an Annihilator and Godbreaker armor and kills all 25 of my thralls. Like his thrall solos all 25 of my thralls. And it's because they implement stuff like this, and they don't really play the game anymore, so they don't have a full depth of some of these countermeasures that take place. And when they do figure it out, it takes them like 4 months to figure it out, and they drove away 2,500 players in the process. So I know I'm a little critical, and this is just my opinion, kind of a critique, but they really need to be careful with some of this stuff, because you want to protect the player base. You want to keep your numbers high so you can monetize off of DLCs and expansions. General bug fixes. Re-enabled particular effects during the wine cellar boss fight. Okay, that's good. I'm glad. I'm glad that's in there. Okay, okay. Um, yeah. I mean, I know I'm a little critical, but it sounds like when they hit that they did that test live. It sounds like there was a whole bunch of critical errors they kept crashing that first day, and they had to do a little hot fix to get it for a little stability hot fix to get it right. But yeah, I know I'm putting out a lot of content. I haven't had any internet in over a month, and I'm trying to get caught up on some of the stuff that I was doing. So, there's a lot of stuff that are more for archiving purposes, the projects I wanted to work on for a while, like that Grim Dawn stuff. So it's not really meant for viewership or views. It's kind of one of those things that I've been wanting to do for a while, and so I'm doing a playlist of all the bounties and Grim Dawn. Yeah, so if you like it, you like it. If just don't even bother watching it if it's not your thing. But as always, be critical, think critically, and feedback is always welcome. And if there's a topic you want to discuss, you can always hit me up on Discord or just leave a comment in below. Thank you for watching.